Good morning. Well, the Australian share market looks like it'll have a little bit of profit taking at the open. That's if you go by the futures. Yesterday, we saw the market close pretty much flat with the ASX 200 and the All Ords dipping slightly into the red just by a point or two. Yesterday, we also saw the RBA December board minutes highlight the bank would ease monetary policy further if needed. Also saying it's important to reassess the economic outlook in February when the bank, of course, updates their economic forecast for the year and beyond. A fairly quiet day on the cards today, but later all eyes will be on the NAB AGM. Seven West Media also announced the CFO Warwick Lynch will leave in January, and he's already been hired by Jeff Howard as the replacement. Meantime, the ANZ Bank has hired a new CEO for the NZ business, Antonia Watson. She'll replace John Hisco, who left the bank about 6 months ago after that internal review found problems with his expense claims. Meantime, another story for gold mining company Northern Star Resources. They received commitments to raise $765 million as part of their plan to buy 50% of the Super Pit, which is, of course, Australia's or one of Australia's largest gold mines. NST, for those that don't know, was the best performing stock on the ASX 200 over the past decade, and it rose from about 3 cents to $9.82 at the beginning of December. US equities did have their best winning streak in a month. We saw the S&P 500 rise for the fifth straight day before closing pretty much flat. The Dow and the Nasdaq rose 0.1%, and that was a new closing high as well for those two indices. In terms of corporate news, Netflix shares reported a rise in subscribers for their streaming service, and that saw their shares jump about 3%. Johnson & Johnson shares jumped 1.3% after they were upgraded by Morgan Stanley with the prior concerns about the talcum powder being contaminated being previously quashed, and that was definitely put to bed. European stocks closed mostly lower though after Boris Johnson, the UK PM, raised fresh risks about a potential no divorce deal before leaving the EU. The stock 600 fell about 0.7% after previously hitting a new all-time high in the prior session, while London's FTSE rose 0.1% and the French and the German index closed lower. Asian stocks closed mostly higher though. Hong Kong's Hang Seng rose 1.2%. Tech stocks gaining the most, Tencent up 2.8%. And in South Korea, Samsung Electronics rose about 3.7%, and the Japan's Nikkei closed pretty much steady. Over to gold, that's steady as well, $1,480. The oil price rose to a 3-month high of $60.88, and the iron ore price is steady at $95.07 a tonne. And lastly, the Australian dollar trades at 68.48 US cents. Have a great day. Happy trading.